Call this other witness, sir?
Yes, I would.
What's his name?
Jim?
Jim what?
I don't know his last name.
What's your last name, sir?
Irwin.
Come on up, Mr. Irwin. Raise your right hand, Mr. Irwin. You solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give the court will be the truth.
Yes.
All right, sir. Tell me whatever it is you know about this.
All I know is what's being said right here because I was not there. Vicky did call our house, asked Lynn to come get her because she exactly said he beat her up. So she went and picked her up. Then she asked to take her back over there to get some clothes. That's when all this took place. I was not there. The windshield on my car, which is not in my name, it's my brother's, was not broke when it left my house. When it came back, it was broke. Both of them said he did it. He says he didn't do it. I mean, that's where I stand.
All right, that's all you know about this?
That's all I know. I was not there when this
You have any
took
questions
place.
for him?
And that still stands as far as what you know, that I broke your windshield.
I didn't say you broke my windshield. I said all I know is it was not broke when it left my house. When it came home, it was broke. Vicky said you did it, and Lynn said you did it. You said you didn't do it.
Have you found out any different?
There's hearsay. What's that? That's all I know.
Do you have any questions for him?
No.
No? All right. Do you have any other witnesses you want to call? Do you have anything you want to say?
Well, what had happened that day was Vicky and Lynn come in the door. Vicky hit me upside the head. I was sleeping. And I just got up, and she said, I come in to get some of my stuff. I said, okay, go ahead and get it. She went in, got some of her stuff, and she reached, I was laying on the couch still, she reached and grabbed some money out of my top pocket. I didn't know how much it was. I didn't remember how much I put there. I got up, I grabbed her by the wrist and tried to take the money out of her hand. And she dragged me out the door as I was trying to take the money out of her hand. And then Lynn comes up to me and starts hitting on me. And I just kind of ignored her. I was trying to pull the money out, and then she comes up and kicks me in the groin. And that's when I just automatically turned around and hit her. And then I just pushed them both away. I said, go, go. I never left the porch. Her car was out in the driveway. Then a little bit later, Jim calls me and says, when my car left here, the windshield wasn't busted. Now it's busted. You busted it. I said, I didn't bust nobody's windshield. And he started hollering and screaming, and I just hung up. A little bit later on, he calls back again. He says, look.
Yeah. Well, what else do you have with regard to the batteries and the criminal mischief?
Well, the criminal mischief I did not do. I did not break her windshield. The battery, that's up to you to decide. As far as I know, when somebody kicks me in the groin, I'm going to react.
What questions do you have for him?
So Ms. Martin just came up and attacked you.
Yes.
It had nothing to do with the fact that you were beating on Ms. Lowe.
No, I was not beating on her. I had her wrist, and I was trying to take money out of her hand.
And you grabbed her, she was trying to run away and leave the house, is that correct?
She grabbed my money and run, and I grabbed her wrist and was trying to pull the money out of her hand.
I don't have anything else, Judge.
All right, anything else from anybody? All right, I'm going to find you guilty on count 2, the battery against Ms. Martin, and I'm going to find you not guilty on count 1 and count 3. And I'm assuming I promised him the probation, so that's what it's going to be.
Yes, Judge, that's for an adjudication. He's got a 92 battery domestic.
Was he adjudicated previously?
No, it was a withhold on that.
Did he get probation, or what happened?
He did get probation on that.
Did he make the probation?
It looks like he did. There was
Do you have any?
there was one violation, but no sentence imposed, so I assume he must have finished.
Did he have any other record?
Traffic offenses.
I'll give him one more withhold. Withhold adjudication of guilt, 12 months probation. Condition of probation is that you do the domestic violence evaluation and counseling that they recommend, payment of the minimum court cost, $10 to the court improvement fund. And is there any reason why you need to have contact with any of these people? No? Just hearing
Except
nothing?
Vicky,
Why do you need to have contact with her?
because we're seeing each other.
She just told me she was married to somebody else.
I'm gonna be divorced in less than a month.
I really, not right now. You're gonna have to get some counseling, get some help, and maybe I'll reconsider in the future. But right now, no contact with her. No contact with Ms. Martin, no contact with Mr. Irwin. I'll reevaluate at a later time, get into some counseling classes and I'll see. But right now, it's no contact. I don't know if you all came together. You need to go separately.
She's been having threats put up against her from Lynn because she said that if she come up here and told the truth that she was gonna beat her up. Is
Well, I hope that's not the case. I'm ordering everybody to have no contact with anybody else too. I don't want to hear any more that anybody's calling anybody or threatening anybody or anything. That's it. Nobody has any more contact with any of you. You're the one on probation though, sir, so you best be on your very best behavior. You need to see the bailiff and the probation officer, and you got 30 days to appeal my judgment and sentence. Witnesses that are going to testify, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that the testimony of another witness on this trial? Yes. That your testimony will be the truth? Yes? All right. Okay, may I call your first witness?
Pamela Cannon, please state your name.
Pamela Cannon.
You need to speak up a little louder.
Pamela Cannon.
And Ms. Cannon, do you know Calvin Perkins?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know him?
That's my son's father.
Okay. And on December 31st of 1997, did you see Mr. Perkins?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see him in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Can you please point to and describe an article of clothing?
Orange shirt, orange and blue shirt.
Let the record reflect the victim has identified the defendant. Did you see him at 13707 North 21st Street?
Yes.
Is that apartment number 1?
Mm-hmm.
And whose apartment is that?
Mine.
On that date, was Mr. Perkins living with you?
No.
You had separate residences?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And about what time did you see Mr. Perkins?
About 5 or 6 that afternoon.
Okay. And was he over at your apartment?
Mm-hmm.
And about how long was he there for? Do you remember?
About 4 or 5 hours.
And what was your relationship with him at this time?
We weren't together, but
I
we were
can't hear you,
just
ma'am.
together
You
that
can
night.
speak up a
We
little
weren't
louder.
together, but we were just together that night, New Year's Eve.
Were you in hopes of reconciling the relationship with him?
Yes.
Towards the end of that evening, did an altercation happen between you and Mr. Perkins?
Yes.
And what happened during that?
We were attempting to spend New Year's Eve together, and we had got some movies and about 2 bottles of champagne. Both of us were drinking that night.
How much did you have to drink?
About 2, maybe 3 drinks.
Okay. And what happened?
I received a phone call from a friend, which disturbed him. He got mad.
Okay.
So I told my friend I would call her back. So after I hung up the phone with her, he continued to argue with me about this phone call from my friend.
And what did you do?
What did I do that night?
Did you argue back with him?
Yes, I argued back with him,
Okay.
but then I stopped and decided I was going to watch the movie and forget about we were arguing, just to stop the argument.
Okay.
And then after that, he called my friend back and was arguing on the phone with her. And then I was